The warmest jumper on the coldest day. The blanket of white noise. The blanket is in itself a story. It took about 3 to 4 weeks to be made in autumn 2023. It was crocheted by a mother and a daughter. The daughter had only crocheted once before, in 2020, between the 27th and the 9th of December, when she and her mom passed time together waiting. While they were waiting, mom crocheted around 16 winter hats and daughter crocheted 2 scarves. After the 9th of December, the girl stopped crocheting until last year, when she made a white woolen object with her mom. We will now continue crocheting in relation to this white woolen object. This object is like a sound, because it is a story that invisibly communicates something to us, just like sound does. But its story is unintelligible, so it's more of a noise. This white object is white noise because its unintelligibility is not disturbing, but gentle and discreet. It prefers to remain in the background, shyly, to accompany us silently in the space. Any small amount of deciphering or contribution to its story will turn the white noise into white sound.
Exploring a possibility of getting to know something together. Writing is a lot like a promise. Writing involves an act of constriction, a halt in the rhythm of the world. You reason when writing. Writing involves rebellion because writing involves reflection, and reflection is unacceptable in times of production. To mend yourself, to slow down and observe. Thinking about your body and how you used it was nice. A girl putting herself through many. Her body gets a little broken. Where am I? Where do I find myself? Is it possible that I am in a place our ancient ancestors, grandparents told about? In the land of the flowers? In the land of corn? Of our flesh? Of our substance? Possible in the land of heaven? Fierce little girl, because her skin so thick, the claws of the lion or tiger were barely pierced.
Sensation of holding someone in your heart.
The octopus, not the monster. Instead, its tentacles, the soothing flexibility it gives to your spine. It feels the floor and feels that need. Not to contract, but the suction cups like antennas on the floor to give you that softness your body needs. Emotions, ions, well-being. Third eye into the future, your body's safety, a path not knowing. Suction cups, X-rays. You see all passing in calmness, your back gently on the floor.
Sensing someone else's full support.
She is thinking about the memories inscribed in the body. The elephant is the only animal larger than the rhinoceros. The rhinoceros is about 6 feet in height and 12 feet in length. Some reach 14 feet. Her body is very long and large. Her legs are short. She is thick and heavy. Her ears are flat, yet stand straight up. Her eyes are small, and her skin is very wrinkled, like thick cloth that is gathered. Her snout is long, and on it is her large, extremely sturdy horn. She has short, 3-toed feet. She will not bother you if she is left alone, But should another animal, or human perhaps, approach her, the rhinoceros becomes extremely vicious, and there is nothing stronger in a fight. Because her skin is so thick, the claws of the lion or tiger will barely pierce her. She likes to travel alone, and because of her extreme stupidity, she does not find pleasure in traveling with another rhinoceros. Wallowing in mud, eating, and sleeping are her pleasures. Uncertain, one might ask, why then was the rhinoceros created? In the British Library, there is a box of fragments and dust from a birch bark scroll buried 2,000 years ago in the Jalalabad plain, west of the Khyber Pass. It is the oldest known Buddhist text written in the Gandharan language. Some of the chips contain only a single letter, but the scholars have pierced them together to reconstruct a sutra. Doing no violence to living things, not even a single one of them, wander like a rhinoceros. Affection comes from the company of people, misery comes from affection. The old bamboo is entangled, the young shoot is unattached. A deer goes to eat where it wants to eat, wander like a rhinoceros. If you dream of a donkey, there will be a strong wind. If you dream of tacos, you will see an anteater. If you dream of a rhinoceros, the weight on your shoulders will be lifted. If you dream of a jaguar, people are coming. If the jaguar bites you, they are not people. If you dream you are waking, you'll be frightened in the forest. If you dream of a mirror, you will see white stones. If you dream of your tongue, beware. All birds mean fever, all fish mean pain in your stomach. If you dream you're worrying about the cost of things, you will not have to worry about the cost of things. If you dream you know something, you do not know it.
Trying to love the question themselves. Focus attunement.
Uncertain, one might ask. It becomes extremely vicious, and there is nothing stronger in a fight. 40% pleasure, 60% pouring out the 40% pleasure. All fish mean pain in your gluten maximus. If you dream you're worrying about your gluten maximus, you will not have to worry about your stomach. If you dream, you dream. If you dream a dream of dreaming dreams, I dream with my head clockwise, clockless. You dream, you know something, and that something that you knew has already left you. The breath, the word. Listen, your breath, your word, a reality. I listen to that which is thin in a dream but thick in the now. Let's think, but be careful, Andri. What I want to convey here is intangible.
I sometimes find home by noticing my pains.
Exploring a possibility of getting to know something together.
The boundaries between us became quiet, blurry, smooshed in a gentle group of knots on the white thing. There I was, lying down in pain, and your words elongated me. Your weight gave me support to express my story. Unclear but comfortable intimacy. Slow embodiment, knowing, not know how to, but end with breath again.
I was relaxed and then I became stressed. I blended the experience of my partner with mine. I didn't get to know more about us individually.
Being in but out, sharing our ideas and observing, getting inspired but also keeping the script. One version, caring, responsive, shifting fingers, lightly hover on the back, subtle movements, quiet and full of consideration. is love plus thankfulness for that hand, person, care, for being there for a while. My home is when I am all with myself.
My home is in silence.
Temporary home.
I do not search for a return home in my past, but in my future.
Finding home can also be outside of me. I feel home with certain people or in certain spaces or doing certain activities.
I change my longing for home changing. My sense of home changes.
Homing.
Sometimes we have to let go of an old home to help grow and nurture a new home.
Most of the times, I find myself searching for home, but sometimes I find home searching for me. I always carry my home with me. Home is rarely here.
My home is like Howl's moving castle. It changes in ways I cannot predict. Then I lose my sense of home for a while until I find comfort in the new situation and find home again. Home is in the shared laughter.
Home is chicken noodle soup with parsley.
And we wanted to ask you if it would be all right to give you a couple of minutes to maybe brainstorm one of the earliest food-related memories from your childhood.
So, how to make so many of check-shaped cookies? And there are freshly made check-shaped cookies. I think they're very hot because there's steam coming out of it. And there are question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So first, what you have is a paper and scissor. And then second, you fold the paper into half. And then step 3, you cut folded paper, where is folded part, you cut into a certain shape by using the scissor. And then when you open it, then you have a shape of flow. And the step 5, there's a cake, and then you prepare cake, a whole cake, and then there's a paper still have a hole, the shape of flow, and mom's help me best chocolate cake. So it must be a chocolate cake. And then step 6, there is a ice sugar sprinkle. So the layer is have a sprinkle sugar, the ice sugar, and then under that there's a paper cut. Under that there is a chocolate cake. So you have a 3-layer, and then you sprinkle the ice sugar. And then step 7, you take the paper out. Step 8, surprise, there is a flow, letter flow on the cake, on the chocolate cake. So step 9, you sing a birthday song, happy birthday for you.
1 year old, I only remember this because of a video my dad recorded. It was my birthday. My birthday cake was the most yellow cake I ever saw. It was so yellow because the footage was of very poor quality. Since then, for many years, I have been searching for a cake as yellow as the one from my footage. Never found one.
When I was 5 or 6, I found a box of cereal in a cupboard of the storage room of the house I grew up in, so I decided to eat it. As I put the spoon in the bowl, I saw a little worm sticking its head out from inside the milk I'd poured. I was terrified and burst into tears. So on the left side of the paper, I see a tabletop, like a life still life. I assume a glass of red wine. I see some stuffed peppers, some bread that is cut.
I'm only assuming that it could be grilled feta with olive oil. And then the other one, I'm only assuming it's vine leaves. And it's on a tablecloth. And then the paper is separated with small dots in the middle. Suggesting that the page on the left and the right is not the same scene. And so on the right, I have the tablecloth with, I think, other dishes, because I don't see the peppers. I can see like the 3 glasses, but there's not the glass of wine. But I'm a bit confused if it's the same table or not, but I'm going into details. And then there's a tablecloth and a really cute table with like very majestuous legs. And there is someone looking a bit confused but happy. Quite like, like
demure.
Like a satisfied. What did you say?
What did you say?
A satisfied face, because the eyes are like closed and there's a bit smile, and the hands are held to each other, and the person is wearing a apron. So I'm assuming this person cooked, maybe, the food because of the apron, and around the head there's some stars, which is why I thought they were confused, but maybe they're just happy. And this person says, nah, it was nothing really. And then person that is outside of the frame, so we don't see them, but there is just a bubble, it's a bubble speech from someone that is absent saying, bless your hands. So I am assuming that it's someone that cooked for someone else. Mm-hmm. And they are, as a Greek often do, downplaying all the labor that went into producing food gifts to others.
Little girl with a mouth open. She has very big eyes with very long eyelashes and shiny bright eyeballs and curly hair. And she has a frog inside her mouth. Wow. And the frog is smiling. I'm curious if she's gonna eat the frog or not.
Or is the frog getting out?
Yeah, maybe the frog will die soon.
So we're at the end of the day. Mom, what did you eat today? Dad, tell me what you had today. And then on the plate we have what I will suggest is a crepe with some sides as well, like probably veggies, looks like carrot maybe. And then on the other panel, you had what I would think is dumpling in steaming, those bamboo steaming pot, I forgot the name of it. And you have a lot of them, and it says, can you eat more? Times 1,000. And you have answer, yes, times 1,000.
This is quite abstract, but it starts, okay, so there's a lot, it's like a comic book. So I can see in the first, in the top left corner, I see a circle. In the square under that, I'm not sure what I'm seeing. I can't say. It's a line. It's like a curved line, and then there's like 2 little rectangles, and like a little circle in between those 2. So I'm not sure.
A machine.
A machine, yeah.
I think this goes there.
Yeah, maybe a machine for the circle above to get inside. And then the bottom third of the first half of the paper, there's 2 rectangles, one with dots. The one on the right has dots. I, from the next page, think something is maybe being grated on this, like it's a grater for like something to add. I mean, from my, if I, like, I have to interpret this, it looks like Parmesan, like you would put something on a hot dish because it's steaming, the dish. It looks like tortelli, which is like dumplings. Yeah, and I feel like there's something is being grated on top of these. Yeah. Is that it?
Peas. For sure, loads of cheese. Peas. For sure, loads of cheese. Blue cheese and cheddar. Finish it with more butter. I felt really cool. We were making this pasta at dinner with the flatmates. First year of uni. Everything in the kitchen pasta. Recipe. Butter, spaghetti, big pieces of carrots, artichoke.
Doamna Luci helping me eat soup, in brackets, chorba de perissoir. And then there's a table, and I put two people. There's like, okay, so I guess the soup. Yeah, I guess it's like self-explanatory, but there's like a bowl of soup, and this, I think, woman with very long hair is serving, I guess, the protagonist the soup with like a huge spoon. I think it's a ladle.
I have a little story. I will do my best to. Okay, here we go. I had a yellow soft fabric lunchbox. Sort of squishy plus waterproof. I think it was clean. I would always have the same lunch. A sandwich and a yogurt. At lunch, it was a C of E school, I think. We had to say a prayer before we ate, and then we'd get. It feels like I don't know how to read. I'm really sorry.
Take your time.
We'd get. I should be able to.
Bad word.
No, shh, it's not you. It's not me. We would get some tissue, and my sandwich was with mango chutney, tomato, and cucumber. I remember seeing a bug crawl under the paper kitchen. Row. And then later, also my grandma used to make this peach mousse. I really didn't like it. It was really soft and bubbly and sweet. It left, oh my God, it left bits of clementine on your mouth, on your tongue. I would always give it to my sibling.
There were only a handful of things I liked, food-wise, as a child. I used to think I was a grown-up since I was 5 and could not understand why I had to eat when I wasn't hungry. I did not realize that as a little child, the main thing you need to do is grow, and food was necessary. My grandma and mother desperately tried tactics to make me eat. One of them was having a piece of chocolate, the only thing I loved, ready to be given to me after I take one bite of proper savory food. I actually erased this from my memory, but my cousins then who were in shock of this absurd scene now became mothers, and they are telling me this story. What a difficult child I was.
Playing with the small chicken, I was teaching them to sit, but somehow they did not understand and they didn't move anymore. I was so sad, and my mom made me my comfort food: fresh orange juice mixed with a banana, squashed, and a liga biscuit, also squashed. Nom 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 nom. After that, I was happily playing again.